I love Evangelion. It's my favorite anime. Not because of its cool visuals, gorgeous soundtrack, or its dense world. It's because of the characters and what they taught me. I watched Evangelion at a tough time. It was a 0 to 100 kind of change in my life, where I went from having all the time in the world to indulge in my passions and hobbies to none. And it was draining, working constantly, having no time to work on stuff that brought me joy and satisfaction completing, compared to the work that I only found slight satisfaction in completing, doing the job. I had become tired of working with no end in sight, and about a month later, I just kept coming home, lying on the floor, staring at the ceiling. Kind of like Shinji in that one scene. The parallel compels me to watch Evangelion. Watching Evangelion was, it was an interesting experience. Characters were unlikable, would act dumb, and be cringy. But all of these came from a human area. All these characters were flawed, which were relatable, which kept me invested in watching the entire series, down to the last 2 episodes, episodes 25 and 26, the ending. Now before going into Evangelion, I knew that not all plot points would be resolved. I wouldn't find out what Gendo's true plan was, what Seely was up to, where Asuka went, but at the end, none of that really interested me. Shinji did. I love Shinji, but he's not the most inspiring role model. His character struggle is so specific and personal, dealing with family issues, sense of self-worth, discovering his sexuality, all while being thrown into this new world, having to face life and death, constantly piloting the Evangelion. And slowly but surely, after a high point, Shinji begins to lose everything. And by the end, I wanted to see how and if Shinji would be able to come out of this show with hope. That's what the ending does. It doesn't end the narrative. It's a sit-down therapy session with Shinji, where he is told his philosophy on life is flawed and wrong, and how, though things are looking not so well, the family and friends Shinji has does indeed love him, for him, and he can open up to them. And when the glass shatters and everybody Shinji knows and loves, and the people that work at NERV start congratulating Shinji, I feel like in turn they were congratulating me. This ending made me reevaluate how I should be around people. And after this episode, slowly but surely, I think I became a slightly more confident man. I love this ending. It's uplifting and encouraging, and it kind of just puts me in a good mood. But not many people liked it. In fact, when it first came out, people really didn't like it. Hideaki Anno, the director, and Studio Gainact were harassed to the point where they made a film to satisfy the fans, which is called End of Evangelion. Ooh, I finished watching Evangelion about a year ago, and when watching through everything, I purposely skipped End of Evangelion. I knew from word of mouth the movie is the strangest and to some the most depressing thing I've seen. I was worried what watching End of Evangelion would do to my love for the first ending. But on this Halloween, I will be facing my fears and watching End of Evangelion at 3 a.m. Well, it is still daytime. In fact, it's 8 o'clock, so I'm going to go to bed, wake up, put an alarm, 3 a.m. Wow, why 3 a.m.? And then I'll watch the movie and give my thoughts, and let's see what crazy activities will happen when I watch Evangelion at 3 a.m. Oh. Well, if you saw the alarm clock, it said 2 o'clock. That's right. I realized the movie's an hour long. You know, by the time the movie's over, if I woke up at 3, it'd be 4. So I don't know. I want to go back to bed as early or as soon as possible. All right. Gonna go to the living room, watch it on the big screen. Ooh, 2 a.m. But it's not 3 a.m. Let there be light. In case you haven't noticed, I am indeed wearing the Shinji fit. You can see. There we go. This is a cool angle. Maybe I'll do more stuff. Now, so I don't forget, I did watch Death and True, or True Squared, I forgot what it was called, but that film, would you call it a film? Recap? It's definitely interesting. Anyways, to refresh my memory of Evangelion, because the last thing I saw was 3.0 plus 1.0, and so I wanted to see where we left off, I guess. End of Evangelion has been on my Netflix list for a year, and it's finally getting watched. Sado Impacto. I'm genuinely nervous. Let's go. Ooh. Almost watched it in English. It starts. Oh no! I don't want this. I don't. Get me up! Help! Wait! Don't, kid, don't, please, no. Stop. Wait. Just leave. What the fuck? Why? The new translation's on the lowest of the low. End of Evangelion. I'll start with the pluses. Music, sound, voice acting, visuals, all top notch. I think it's all the best here. Phenomenal direction. Story beats go. It makes perfect sense. I think this is where Evangelion would end. You know, they're building up everything. And we get to see just about everything that was mentioned and foreshadowed in the show. It's like nothing I've ever seen before. And it's so surreal. Watching it at 3 a.m. probably didn't help, but it's hard to wrap my head around what just happened. Yeah, a lot happened. Did it ruin episode 25 and 26 for me? No, I don't think it did. It's its own ending, and this thing is completely different. I will say it is frustrating to see Shinji at his worst behavior. And I think this is where like the caricature, or what people
kind of what Shinji is portrayed as between people. This film feels angry. A lot of it feels angry. In the beginning, it just feels like it was telling the story. But my guess, Ano never knew what the ending was. He started thinking of the ending, and that's why the beginning was so thorough and action-packed. But then slowly but surely, he just started expressing his emotion like he did before. It's a strange film, but I like it. I'll be definitely thinking hard about it, if I even remember it. That's all my sleep-deprived brain can think of right now. So, thanks for watching. Was it you? Oh. Alright, good night. What? Hello?
だけどいつは気づくでしょうのその背がないわ遥か未来目指すための晴れがあるほどこと残酷な電池の訂正もやたて飛び出す言葉知る雑発少年女がいるなら少年よしゆわになれ